Good morning and welcome to Act Locally Live with Rogue Media Network and Act Locally Waco. I'm your host, Elizabeth Riley. Today is Monday, October 6th. It is Mental Health Monday. We're going to get into a weekend recap of things that happened in and around Waco, talk about what's coming ahead, and also start some conversations about ways to reset your mind, body, soul, how I got outside this weekend, found some peaceful hobbies, and relied on helpful communities, and just tips and tricks for you to do the same. So, to begin our weekend recap, on Friday, I saw Mitchell Ferguson open for headliner Dexter and the Moonrocks at the Backyard. Look at me enjoying my time. Shout out to the Zach Owen show. Had those previews rolling beforehand, and I was like, I work with them. I, of course, was sent on work task as soon as I arrived at the venue, but I got the part we needed for the Green and Gold Game Day show. So it was all set and we had a great time. If you have never been to a show at the Backyard, I 10 out of 10 recommend. It is such a sick venue and the staff are so incredibly nice. At some point, I was back on the clock because one of the bouncers came up and was like, there's a girl over there in black and white who's trying to cover the X's on her hands, meaning she's a minor. Let me know if you see her, book it over to the bar. And I saluted him, and I stood there and watched her like it was my God-given calling to protect the Backyard and all of the patrons inside. So that was a lot of fun. And he came over and checked on us multiple times through the night. So felt safe, felt great, had a fantastic time. I love when I attend a concert and I end up falling in love with the opener more than the main act. This has happened with me before. I went and saw Shaky Graves open, or I went and saw Shaky Graves and I saw Bendigo Fletcher open for them. Oh my goodness. Fell in love. I've seen them live in Dallas now. So Mitchell Ferguson, shout out. You were great. I was up bright and early the following morning, Saturday morning, for the Green and Gold Game Day show with Rogue Media and 365 Sports. This was my first time standing in for some of the production crew, but you best believe I brought the vibes, okay? Music was on. It was 6 a.m. Okay, vibes were high, jokes were cracking, cans were cracking of Red Bull, of course, and everything went smoothly. It was a really happy day, a really happy morning. Also, Baylor and Kansas State. What a way to close out such a good morning. Unfortunately and fortunately, after being there so early for the show, I went directly home. I didn't even stick around for the game. Sorry, McLean Stadium. I know you missed my presence, but I got to watch it from my couch. AC, meal, cold beverage in hand. Yeah. And in fact, I got to miss all of the shitty Baylor plays because I was still unpacking set and driving home. So when I got there, it was like I was just watching a great team. Also, fellow host here at Rogue Media, Pete Souza, called the game for ESPN, and it was lovely hearing his sweet, sultry voice from my couch. So to be entirely humble, I think that I was just the good luck for Saturday. It was amazing. This was the first weekend of October that just passed us. And if you haven't started thinking about Halloween, what you're doing, what costumes you're going to be wearing, I've got you covered. I have some Waco themed Halloween costumes for you to go as this year. The first is the most obvious, Chip and Joanna Gaines. Everybody has a flannel and a baseball cap in their closet, a bomber jacket. You're done. Bring a sledgehammer, not even a sledgehammer, bring a regular hammer around, and everybody in Waco will know who you are. That's it. Up next, we have another iconic couple of Waco, Brad and Linda Livingstone. This is the president and first gent of Baylor University. If you have any Baylor gear and a pair of khakis in your closet, you'll just look like another random Baylor couple, but it's Brad and Linda Livingstone. Done. Up next, Dave Aranda and Scott Drew. Listen, they have no actual pictures together for some reason on the face of the internet. So I need two people to dress up as them and get together and take a picture. We need that universe crossover to happen immediately. Speaking of crossovers, maybe that we don't want to happen again, you could be the tornado in the Alico building. How's about it? I've seen people do the whole tornado and Glenn Powell thing after Twisters came out. This is just more applicable. You don't have to be a generic white man to go as the Alico building. Anybody can be the Alico building. It's a landmark, okay? Also, I have some costumes for the single Pringles out there. Don't worry. These are also a little bit more niche, okay? You need to be in and around the Waco area. First, I have Dan from the corner of 17th and Jack Colchin. You just need a Baylor line jersey of any kind, a sailor hat, captain's preferably, and a bottle in a bag, and there you are. You're Dan. Everyone will know. Everyone will know. Up next, another Waco staple. Just a guy that you may see around. He's typically riding a motorcycle, dressed in a Santa costume with a dog on the back. Santa costume, dog, motorcycle, easiest Waco Halloween costume ever. You could also be one of those guys who's riding their horses through town. Have you seen those like inflatable horse costumes where it looks like you're riding the horse? Boom! Easy. Done. Up next, this one may be a little too soon for some, but you could be the ghost of Reveille the Ninth. You just need a ghost costume and a little bandana repping your A&M pride. Rest in peace. Hey, they killed one of our bears. This is only part of reparations. Finally, to rep your Baylor spirit, you can be one of the Bears, dead or alive. I personally would choose to be Joy because she was my favorite. God rest her soul. But if they can't tell which bear you're dressed as just on first glance, if they can't catch the vibe, they aren't a real Baylor fan. That's it. So there are some Waco-themed Halloween costumes for you to go as this year. We're going to take a quick break and get into some Mental Health Monday tips and tricks. I'll see you in a second.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at auraorganic.com.
Tasmanian spring water range from Sand and Sky. This range is really good for dry and dehydrated skin like myself, packed with 2 types of hyaluronic acid, fermented sea kelp to reduce redness, and my skin feels so dewy and so hydrated.
Samsonite is the world leader in durable, high-quality luggage and travel accessories. Travel with Samsonite and pack confidence every step of the way. Shop now at shop.samsonite.com. Samsonite.
So all you have to do is tap your Popple to the back of someone's phone, like that, and they instantly get your social media and contact info right on their screen. They don't need an app or a Popple to receive your info. So get your Popple today and start impressing everyone you meet. Make it pop.
This is what $500,000 in a duffel bag looks like. Actually not real. That's because it's actually prop money. It looks realistic from a distance, but up close you can see it says for motion picture purposes. Visit propmoney.com today to get your money seen or money shot right with Prop Money Inc.
At Open Goal USA, we're revolutionizing training for both soccer and lacrosse with our innovative portable rebounders. Perfect for players of all ages and skill levels. Visit opengoaalusa.com and elevate your training today. whypersonalloans.com. Request a loan anytime. Our partners can offer loans up to $35,000 with varying rates and terms. Review your loan offer with no obligation and decide what works for you. Visit personalloans.com today.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live. I'm Elizabeth Riley. Today is Monday, October 6th, and we are getting into some ways that I was able to reset my mind, body, and soul over the weekend, how I got outside, found some peaceful hobbies, and also relied on helpful communities. Just recapped my weekend with y'all. And like I said, I got to really tap into some creative outlets and just healthy ways of living life over the weekend, and I want to share and like really reiterate how it's boosted my mood, setting me up going into this week. So first of all, Friday night I was at the backyard. I was dancing. I've said this before. This is one way to immediately improve a mood. Okay, there is a reason why Meredith Grey and Christina Yang did 30-second dance breaks on Grey's Anatomy. It's because simply listening to music produces huge reactions in our brains, and it's like just hard to pay attention to whatever bad thought was plaguing you when a tune comes on. I promise you that. Also, moving your body is just good for it. And people forget that dancing counts as workouts. Are we forgetting the years of aerobic dance videos? Okay, you can bust out those leotards, leg warmers, and sweatbands and get physical, baby. Just dance it out. I typically want to go out simply to dance, period. Screw meeting new people. I don't want to do small talk all that much. Screw drinking. Give me a boosted bass and some strobe lights, and I'm a happy girl. Okay. And Friday night at the backyard with Mitchell Ferguson and Dexter and Moonrocks did just that. I wish I could have stayed through the whole set, but I had a game day show to run hella early the next morning, and I knew that I didn't want to be miserably tired. And I'm the type of person where if I'm in a bad mood, I am not going to be bringing other people down. That's my issue. You don't deserve to have that thrust upon you. And so while I was technically working Saturday morning at the Green and Gold Game Day show, bright and early, I got to run the backside of a show. And that was a whole lot of fun. And yet again, let me tap into a creative outlet that I hadn't necessarily experimented with yet. So Kevin and he's the producer at the Zach Owen Show, The Backyard, we were talking about shifting cameras at proper times and how you just kind of have to have a knack for it. Scotty kept trying to come in every time I needed to step away to use the porta-john, and he was just screwing things up. He needed to get out. And I think that I was just like paying attention to the flow of conversation, and nonetheless, it all went really well, and I really enjoyed learning something new in a creative way. And I also loved the whole like physical aspect of it, getting to help put together and tear down set. I was learning things, asking questions about something that genuinely interests me, and just bringing the vibes up again all at once. So sure, we got there at 6 a.m., but music was rolling. Like I said, cans were cracking, Red Bulls, and I was dancing while setting up. So yeah, Sunday morning, the day after, I got my day started with what I like to call just another instance of church. I got up before the sun, hit the road, blasted some music, and just screamed to all of the songs. We live in the Bible Belt. My friends and I have had conversations about what church and what prayer looks like for us individually, because as somebody who is agnostic, it's hard to explain to churchgoers that, you know, I can find this connection in other ways, and it's not necessarily an explicit, like, father figure, if you will. The new Taylor Swift song. But I literally watched the sunrise as I was like crossing over Lake Waco, and it was stunning, gorgeous, and I 10 out of 10 recommend. These are all instances of something that I even wrote an essay on a while ago. I call them reset buttons. This is a person, place, thing. Just you are going out and doing something that you love with the intent of recharging your batteries. And you know it is something that will recharge those batteries. So for a lot of people, this could be literally taking a nap. It could be engaging in some sort of creative activity like a craft, or maybe sitting down to write a song. For me, aside from all of the things that I listed, dancing, music, hanging out with friends, one of my favorite reset buttons is hockey games. Being at a hockey rink, the sights of just like beautifully passed, like tape to tape passes, the pucks just, it's so satisfying to watch. I think the sounds of like blades on the ice, from the sound of like the puck bouncing off the crossbar to like body smashing into the boards, all of it is just such an experience, and it scratches my brain in all the right places, and it just leaves me feeling like a wholly recharged, better person, and I feel like I can take on the next day. So Find something that resets your button, find something that recharges your batteries, and get out and do it. Okay? Reset your mind, body, and soul as we are headed into this week. And by the way, we have a lot happening in Waco coming up this month. So we're going to take another quick break and we will be back with all of the things that you can get into after this.
Bubble wasn't here. I don't know what people would be doing, like making PowerPoints or something. I love that I can sit down and build something the way that I think it should be built.
Bubble turns ideas into fully scalable apps. Try Bubble today.
At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Hi, I'm Mitch, the co-founder of Cake, a sexual health and wellness company designed for today and designed for you. Yes, you. The entire product line can be found at hellocake.com, and it's also available in every Walmart near you.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated. Each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Welcome back to Act Locally Live. So today is October 6th. Oh my goodness, let me stutter through that sentence again. Today is Monday, October 6th. And if you don't know, Waco starts picking up speed in October. The weather starts changing. We are hitting, the harvest moon tonight? Full moon. If you can't sleep tonight, maybe that's why. But there's tons of events coming out. And first up, the Waco Police Department is preparing to celebrate National Night Out on Tuesday, October 7th, with block parties and neighborhood gatherings scheduled throughout the city. So this annual event is designed to build stronger connections between Waco residents and local first responders, while also promoting crime prevention and community safety. So festivities will be taking place all across Waco, with dozens of neighborhood associations, churches, and apartment communities hosting events between 5 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. So you can check out their website to see where the closest area is to you and go join them. The Waco Police Department will also be welcoming residents at its headquarters on Alexander Avenue if you're interested in taking a trip there. Officers and first responders will be visiting each registered location throughout the evening to meet residents, answer your questions, and share safety resources. If you didn't know, National Night Out began more than 40 years ago as a nationwide initiative to encourage community partnerships, block-level anti-crime programs, and just stronger relationships between neighbors and police. Tomorrow night, you can also catch Tennessee rock band 10 Years in concert at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Tickets are only starting at $28.75, and they can be purchased online ahead of time. So, again, this is your chance to go catch a show at the fantastic venue of the Backyard. Up next, Historic Waco Foundation is presenting the Cotton King's Demise at the Pape Event Center on October 10th and 11th. This is an 1890s murder mystery event, and it is the perfect way to kick off spooky season. It's going to be an evening of music, free drinks, light bites, and solving crimes. So, purchase a ticket and wear your best 1890s themed outfit. Cultivate Waco is hosting their artisan market at 421 South 11th Street on October 11th as well. From 4 to 7 p.m., you can check out coffee, baked goods, jewelry, candles, plants, fresh produce, craft supplies, stationery, and upcycled fashion all in one place. They have it all. It's going to be a fantastic night of local creativity, community, and connection that you simply should not miss out on. If you don't know, Asian Leaders Network and Downtown Waco Farmers Market joins forces for their second annual Diwali Festival, and that is happening on Saturday, October 18th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. This weekend of October 18th, packed with events. So catch this. Experience the vibrancy of Diwali, the Festival of Lights, right here in Waco. It's celebrated across India and South Asia. But you've got that October 18th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then you have Out on the Brazos happening, hosted by the Waco Pride Network at Indian Springs Park, same day, October 18th from noon to 5 p.m. Pride in the Park brings together tons of vendors, musicians, and literally just the coolest people in town. And it's even closer than its old location, so you should definitely be checking it out. And then Brew at the Zoo is also happening the same weekend. If you don't know, Cameron Park Zoo pairs with a ton of local breweries, and they all set up stations where you can walk through the zoo, seeing the animals, while also drinking a craft beer. Are you kidding? Get tickets online. It sells out fast. It's a super popular event, but they've got 2 nights this year, so check it out. Prosper Waco is hosting their Prosperity Dinner the same weekend, Sunday, October 19th. This is drawing inspiration from Waco's 1911 Prosperity Banquet, which was a huge event that was like on an unpaved 5th Street through the center of Waco. But this year's Prosperity Dinner will not only be in an enclosed environment, it will lay the groundwork for the decade ahead while also celebrating Prosper Waco's 10th anniversary. Imagination Library Waco is hosting the Great Waco Duck Race same weekend. This event releases 20,000 rubber ducks into the raceway on the Brazos River, and the first ducks to cross the finish line win. All proceeds from the duck race will be donated to Imagination Library Waco, which delivers free books to children around our area to promote literacy and reading. If you don't know anything about Imagination Library Waco, go check it out. I love everything about that nonprofit, and also Dolly Parton's the face of it. You can't love it any more than that. Along with the duck race, the event will feature a free family fun fest with inflatables, games, arts, and crafts. So if you haven't adopted a duck, go ahead and do it. Check it out. Waco Restaurant Week is also coming to us at the end of this month. I'm so excited. From October 24th through November 1st, you can enjoy exclusive menu specials, pop-up events, and creative dining experiences at a huge list of participating Waco restaurants. This week brings the community together through eating, drinking, and being merry, 3 of my favorite things. So be sure to check out the businesses partnered that throughout our city, because, oh my goodness, they are ready to bring on the meat sweats and just blow your taste buds away. Also, Baylor University's Homecoming Week is just around the corner. From October 27th through November 1st, there will be a whole week of activities on campus, which is culminating in the game against the UFC Knights on Saturday, November 1st. Finally, leaving you with something that will close out the month. Creative Waco will be hosting Dia de los Muertos on November 1st at Indian Springs Park from 4 to 10 p.m. This huge celebration pays tribute to our departed loved ones and allows everyone to take a moment to reflect on shared memories and the ways that our lives lead on without them. You can be a part of the parade, attend the festival, and just join Creative Waco for Dia de los Muertos this year. If you haven't had enough of me this morning, you can, first of all, subscribe so you know when we are live every single day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30. Catch me. You can also follow me over to the Zach Owen Show, which is live from the backyard. You can also find me on the Ann Harder Show with more Waco segments. Where else? Oh, actlocallywaco.org. That's our website. you can go subscribe to our newsletter called The Whole Enchilada, which brings you a list of community events as well as more commentary from yours truly and a few others that we have on the Act Locally Waco team. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere that your socials are. I hope that you all see me out in the community. And guess what? I'll see you Wednesday morning if I don't see you then. Bye, guys.